Are live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in this time. Everybody that's here, I greatly appreciate it. Anybody watching the replay, thank you so much. Don't like the video and subscribe to the channel. Great win. Look, get another start to finish. Basically controlled the game. I don't like losing 23-point leads, but yeah, again, you're playing Chicago. To be honest, I even made a video over on More As It Stands Lakers about I was worried about this kind of being a little bit of a trap game. I was worried that Lakers would kind of, off to that hot run, play a team like Chicago. Every year Chicago ends up beating us in like a random game or some random way. Josh Giddey loves to play the Lakers every time. We had to match it up against him. He loves to just kind of, have the best game of the season. So I'm glad that the Lakers were able to do what they were supposed to do. I'm glad that the Lakers were able to, handle the business that they needed to handle, come in, control, start to finish. It wasn't the greatest game from guys. We didn't have super duper stellar game outside of the starters. I mean, Luka went 1 of 7 from the field. I mean, he hasn't done that since he's been a Laker. Right? Like he was 1 of 5 from 3-point range. Again, he hasn't done that since he's been a Laker. So he had his struggles. The only other person to score was Drew Timme early in the game. So again, didn't really get much offensive production from our bench, which is crazy that we put up as many points as we did, 142 in a regulation game. I didn't like that we gave up, 130. But again, like I said, Lakers, they're once you establish, all you're trying to do is just kind of maintain, especially against a team like the Bulls. You're trying to maintain, right? So that way you get out of there healthy, okay, fine. You're also missing a couple key guys. Marcus Smart in particular is just, we've seen all season how crucial he is for this team and just the impact that he brings to this team. So again, it's something I could definitely live with. This game. Glad we ended up pulling it out, doing what we needed to do. Like I said, controlled this game pretty much start to finish. At halftime, I guess you could say second half. Lakers have been better third quarters too, which is nice to see because Lakers usually aren't. Usually it's the opposite. But again, did what they needed to do. Rui, all you had to do was make it. All you had to do was make that three. And Luka would have had a 50-point triple-double. Luka was amazing in this game. He really just he basically was beating the Chicago Bulls. Every time Chicago felt like they were gaining some traction, Luka would hit a big shot or a big three. Again, you had good production. All 5 starters in double digits. DeAndre Ayton, too, he deserves a lot of credit this game. Another just really good game. He had more offensive rebounds than he did defensive rebounds. Trickled in with that. We'll go over the stats here in a moment. But, again, 50-point triple or damn near triple-double. He had 9 assists. But again, to me, it's you got this win. You extended what Lakers are now 7 out of the last 8. You're on a win streak. You extend that win streak. Now you're going into the most important game of the season, in my opinion, which is the Denver Nuggets. Of course, the Spurs sit with Victor Wembanyama, okay, and ended up having a 12-point lead going into the fourth and had to go and dump truck it. Had to go and fumble that, which is incredibly frustrating. But, hey, look, we can't expect other teams to do what they're supposed to do. As long as we do what we're supposed to do, we're good. All right, Lakers are officially the 3 seed, at least momentarily. We'll see what happens, with Houston coming up. And then you got those 2 Houston games, which are big. But look, you beat the Nuggets. You should start to be able to create enough separation to where you should be, a top 4 seed, at worst 5th, but I think the Lakers will be a top 4 seed at that point, because at that point it's just kind of maintaining. You have a cushion on them. You'd have, the tiebreakers over Minnesota. You'd also have the tiebreaker over Denver, obviously. So again, a lot of just importance coming up here in this last kind of 3-game stretch. You got your last home game on this homestand, which the Lakers are finally good at home, which is amazing, right? It's like, where has this been all season? They were a better road team than they were a home team all season until this recent stretch. So, again, Lakers starting to feel like they're really starting to put some stuff together. Like I said, I want to see this Denver game. You beat the Denver Nuggets and you at least split one of the Houston games. I think we can comfortably start to talk about like, hey, are the Lakers different? Are the Lakers coming back? Another quick point that I want to make, and then we'll go into the stats, and then I'll answer all the super chat questions, all the regular chat questions, all that stuff. I really like LeBron in this game. Again, came back and allowed Reeves to be Reeves, Luka to be Luka, and operated and played as the third option, right? Went and gave you 18 points. LeBron James, this is exactly what I talked about, right? Like you need to see LeBron. He's just better off ball, better slasher cutter. You saw him posting up, getting the mismatch on smaller guys, Austin Reeves and Luka recognizing that, right? Running that two-man game with that. Also, you saw several actions where you had Luka, or you had LeBron, Austin Reeves, Luka, and Ayton. And DeAndre Ayton actually got to eat on a couple of those possessions, which was really nice. So again, really nice, just all around effort from this team. And then, like I said, LeBron coming in and understanding like, hey, let Austin Reeves be Austin Reeves. Let Luka be Luka. I'll come in, I'll trickle in, and I'll go, like I said, he's going to get his 18 to 20. Like, you're not worried about it. He's going to go get his points. But you saw he was more active on the defensive side of things. He actually had a couple nice deterrent plays on the interior. He did exactly what I talked about when I said he coming back. Like I said, it's hard to go from 60 to 100 and then back to 60 naturally. Right. And then Austin Reeves coming in, he's at 100 all season. Now he drops back down to 60 and now he's got to come back. Like this LeBron missing the last few games naturally forced Reeves to jump up to 100. And then LeBron was able to come back in at 60. And like I said, you're going to be able to preserve him more. He's going to be able to have more energy on the defensive side of the ball. Like you saw in this game, he's going to be able to kind of manage the game more, which I think is important. But, speaking of LeBron, start there. LeBron James was 7 of 13 from the floor, 0-2 from 3. Really would like to see his three-point shot start to come around. He had a 3-game stretch where he started looking like, okay, there it is. He's starting to hit some shots, hit some threes. Obviously, look, first game back, I don't want to put too much weight into it, but it'd be nice if he could start to consistently knock down that three ball. That would open up so much for the Lakers. 4 or 6 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, a block, 4 fouls, 4 turnovers, and then 1 personal foul. 4 turnovers, like I said, I'm not a big fan of, right? Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 is starting to get in that cusp. Not something crazy, right? But, I've talked about 4, 5, 6 plus turnovers. It's where it starts to be like, come on, you got to do a better job, take care of the basketball. Just try to force the look ahead a couple times was what that was. But for the most part, Lakers took care of the basketball. They only had, 9 turnovers total. But LeBron James, 18 points. Rui Hachimura, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point range, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, and then gave you 15 points. And he gave you the miss that would have been Luka's triple-double. All he had to do was go 4 or 5 from 3, and Luka would have had a triple-double. But, of course, choked. But ended up having 15 points. DeAndre Ayton, like I mentioned, 10 of 13 from the floor, 3 of 6 from the foul line. He's got to start making free throws better, which is odd. This year, he's really struggled from the free throw line, and historically, he's been a good free throw shooter. But 10 rebounds, including 6 offensive rebounds. He's been fantastic, right? Really buying into that role, really being aggressive, really being physical, rebounding, getting to his spots. Again, you have a matchup against Jokic, right? DeAndre Ayton is a great matchup for that because he is good enough offensively to where Nikola Jokic is going to have to defend him. So you can put Jokic in these tough spots, in these tough positions. So DeAndre Ayton, I think, is going to be very important for that matchup coming up. 1 assist, and he had 23 points in that game. Austin Reeves, 13 of 20, 4 or 7 from three-point range. He's been shooting the three ball excellent these last 3-4 games. And it's really kind of just opened stuff up for him. 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, right at the cusp. So I'm good with that. No, obviously, I want no turnovers, but I'm good with the 3. And then 30 points. And then the man of the hour, 17 of 31 from the floor. He was 9 of 14 from 3. So basically 55% from the floor and 64.3% from 3-point range. 8 of 9 from the foul line, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Thanks, Rui. 3 steals, and 1 block, only 1 turnover, and 51 points. He was, again, a plus 15. And then, like I said, the bench was not super stellar, super great. But let's get into all the super chat questions, all the regular chat questions, all that stuff. Like I said, we got the big game coming up against the Denver Nuggets. But in the meantime, let's get this party started. Hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button for me. And let's go. Miguel, coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This team, bro, we were so depressed during December and January, February. We were all just waiting for the offseason. All of a sudden, they're the 3 seed again, which is great. Like, again, the frustrations. Look, teams have stretches. It felt like the Lakers. See, there's a couple things. I've talked about this before, right? It's easy to get lost in our neck of the woods, right? Because we're all Laker fans. And then, so everything just kind of gets amplified, right? Like Denver's had similar stretch. Like everybody out. I mean, look at Detroit recently. Detroit's been really having that stretch, right? It's easy to kind of get lost in your neck of the woods. But again, that doesn't mean the Lakers weren't having a bad stretch. That's not what I'm saying here, right? They definitely were. But, it also gets overly amplified. But just the frustrations and stuff, but again, you're missing guys. You're kind of in and out of things, right? It was more so beating the good teams, which the Lakers have kind of turned around. But like I said, it's not how you start; it's how you finish. I said going into that Knicks game, I don't care. I don't care about the previous games. I don't care about a month ago. I don't care about a week ago. I care about anything. I care about what do you do going forward? What do you do from here on out? And from here on out, the Lakers, or from that game on out, Lakers must have watched that video because they've taken it to heart and have done a really good job, which I love to see. But now it's just maintaining, right? Go beat Denver. I mean, ideally you beat Houston both times, but that's tough. I mean, it's tough even against a bad team to beat them 2 straight times on the road, right? Let alone a team like Houston, which is a good basketball team. I don't think they're a true contender, but they're a good basketball team. But right there, now it's just weather. That's all you got to do. Weather it the rest of the way, get healthy, get into the playoffs, and let's go. Let's continue to pick it up. But thank you. Melvin, coming off the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Lakers look better with LeBron. Ayton is just an above average center. Hopefully the crying stops. So, I mean, look, LeBron James, again, played exactly how I broke down. I wanted to see him play. He was taking advantage of mismatches, moving without the basketball. He's our best off-ball guy. Like he is. His explosiveness, his size, his strength, his athleticism, his ability to just read and recognize, advantage spots and stuff like that. Him operating as that third option, he's going to go get his 20 plus, right? LeBron James is fine. It's why I kept saying over and over again, Lakers aren't better without LeBron. It's just LeBron needs to be willing to kind of buy in and play that role, which is good for LeBron, right? It allows him to preserve himself, allows him to buy more on the defensive side, allows him to stay healthier as we progress. So I really loved what we saw from LeBron this game. I mean, Ayton, as far as like is just an above average center. I mean, it depends on what you'll classify. I mean, above average is, how many elite centers are there? It just like where would he rank among centers? But also you got to keep in mind, like Ayton is an offensive oriented center, right? It's why I've been defensive in spots. I've criticized Ayton, but I've also defended Ayton, right? Like we knew what he was when we got him, a 20 and 10 center. Like that's what he is. That's what he does, right? But like I mentioned early on, it's hard to be a 20 and 10 center when guys can't hit shots, so teams pack the paint. I'm not, he's not getting the basketball. He's not, he's getting 4 field goal attempts per game. he's been getting more involved. He's been getting more field goal attempts, right? Like, and you're seeing it starting to pay dividends, right? Lakers are running more actions for him, right? Lakers have been shooting the three ball better recently. They've been playing better defense recently, which allows Ayton to kind of defend more, right? Like, again, he can be our long-term center if you have the right players, pieces, and whatnot around him. I just think the Lakers are more likely than not going to need a I just saw you said Ayton is serviceable. He's better than serviceable, right? On the right team, right situation, right, right usage. I wholeheartedly think he's a 20 and 10 center, which I mean would put him up there with some of the best centers in the league right now. It's just, again, he's not a plug and play center, right? He's not a guy that you can just throw out there and doesn't matter what team, doesn't matter what role, doesn't matter anything, he's going to be able to dominate and thrive in. Yes, he's not one of those guys, right? But he is a guy that, again, if played and used in the proper manner, can absolutely be what he's been the last few games, right? I don't think it's a coincidence that the Lakers have been utilizing him more and he's been all of a sudden back, right? Lakers have been shooting the ball better recently. All of a sudden he's back. Lakers have been better defensively. He's been much better defensively. All of a sudden he's back. Like, I don't think those things are coincidences, right? I think he's getting more than 4 field goal attempts, right? Hard for me to be a 20-point center when I only get 4 field goal attempts. Even if I go 4-4 from the field, right? Even if all 4 were threes, which isn't his game, right? Like, it's still only 12 points. Hard for me to go grab 10 to 15 rebounds and get he's been dominating on the offensive glass. But again, teams can't pack the paint as much, right? Because Lakers have been shooting the ball much better, right? They're second in 3-point percentage. So they're starting to spread teams out. So DeAndre Ayton only has to go one-on-one down low, right? Where before teams were packing the paint. Teams were putting him in position to, we're like, I can't just go over the top of everybody. That's a foul, right? So again, there's things that obviously Ayton has been more aggressive and assertive, without a doubt, but it's also them continuing to work with him, right? And feed your big man, right? Like, keep allowing your big man to feast. But anyway, I appreciate you. Thanks so much, Mo. All right, let's get into the regular chat till some more super chats trickle in. What's going on, Jeremy? How are you? There we go. Great win. We finally got the 3 seed. It's about time. Luka 50 ball, ridiculous. I was wanting him to get the 1 assist so bad. I know. Thanks, Rui. But again, I appreciate it. I really do. Oh, Melvin, I saw you say great point, Tyler. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Again, appreciate your super chat. But yeah, like I said, it's hard. You can only be what your team allows you to be, right? If that makes sense. But again, appreciate you, pal. 4 in a row, yes, which is nice. It feels good, right? Like, again, I don't want to jump the shark here, right? I don't want to do the whole, like, oh, that's it. Lakers are back, best team in basketball. Like, again, let's go beat Denver. Let's go at least split the Houston games. And like I said, we can start having a serious talk about, like, hang on a minute. Like, here we go, right? So I don't want to get my hopes too high yet, but I'm feeling it. Trust me, the fan in me is like itching. I'm like shaking, like, come on. I just AR and LeBron, a great game as well. Just a great all-around win. Man, I absolutely loved what Ayton was doing on the boards there, man. He was hustling, getting boards and everything. A great game from DA. Well, I mean, it also helped that, like, everyone on the court was like 5-5, right? Like, this was a game that DeAndre Ayton should have dominated. But no, like I just broke down with Melvin Super Chat, right? Like, again, you're seeing the team play better, and thus DeAndre Ayton's playing better, right? Like, again, I don't think that's a coincidence. Like I've always said in most of my videos, is like, look at him on Phoenix, and I usually people will be like, well, that Ayton doesn't exist anymore. Like, how do you know that, right? Like, Portland wasn't anything close to that Phoenix team. Even this Lakers team isn't really that Phoenix team, but they have been recently, right? Like, DeAndre Ayton was at his best when he was on a team that had floor spacing, so they could just, spread teams out and they couldn't pack the paint. He was able to just dominate on the inside offensively. He was able to anchor the number 3 defense in all of basketball that went to the NBA Finals that year, right? Because he had the defense and the athletic wings and the two-way guys out on the perimeter. So all he had to do was focus on just protecting the paint and stuff like that. Again, it's hard for me to grab rebounds and anchor a defense if I have to go defend out on the perimeter and go be the closeout guy because we don't have the athleticism and defense to do so. Or, everybody's getting blown by every possession. So now I'm in a constant disadvantage, right? Like all those things matter, right? Like, Luka has been cooking lately. Yes, I actually made a note, a couple things that I want to make videos on. And one of those is Luka. Has just been ridiculous. He started off this. He was still leading the league even early in the season, but efficiency wise, he wasn't super efficient early in the season. He's been efficient the last really back half of the season because he was doing that leading into the All-Star break, but has really just continued and really picked it up towards this back end, which is really good. Yeah, and it's personal life. Like I said, the personal life stuff I don't really like to get into just because, obviously if somebody does something stupid, then then that's one thing. But his family matters. There's enough, which is crazy. They're treating it like he's like a pop celebrity or something like that. Like it's bizarre to me. But I'm sure again it's definitely an escape. I talked about that in the last live stream that when somebody asked, I just again when talking people's personal stuff, I like to stay out of it. But when it comes to I talked about the escape, I hooped growing up, I had bad days, I had days where it just felt like I'm like, hey, the world could end today and it'd be all right, right? Like we all do. Everyone has those days, right? And being able to just go play pickup, just go to the park and just tune everything out, just run some games, have some fun, take your you're just completely nothing else exists. That is just it is a great outlet. It is a great escape. And so imagine that at an NBA level, right? That's that's something even I can imagine even greater. Luka honestly scared me leaving the game. Only up 11 with 2 minutes still left. Yeah, he should be fine. He should be all right, right? Again, he's been kind of banged up, but like I said it in was it might have been the last live stream. Do what you got to do, and you'll get a week off, right? Like the Lakers will get a week off going into the playoffs because of the in-season tournament, or not the in-season tournament, the play-in tournament. So yeah. I don't know what the hell Jeremy's got the wrong channel. You must be mixing me up with somebody else because I have never said those comments. I'm not even gonna pull it up because you're saying a bunch of ridiculousness that water is wet. Again, Lakers got lucky. I swear, bro. Why is it every time they play the Lakers freaking Giddey? Yeah, every time. Giddey's the best player in the league every time the Lakers show up. Every time. It is wild to me, but yeah, like you said, it didn't matter. No, that's legit 50. Yeah, legit. Right, facts. Legit 50 by Luka. Great win tonight. It sucks Spurs couldn't handle business tonight. Yes, my problem is okay, when Wemby went out, I was like, they're probably going to take it out, right? But you're up 12 in the fourth quarter. You're up 16 at halftime. It's come on, just weather. That's all I need you to do. I don't care if you win by 1 or you win by 100. That's it. Just a little bit. Yes, please go check out and subscribe to my NBA channel. I'd greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Blecka. I believe the Lakers got me to believe again. Let's go. I love it. Like I said, I want to handle Denver and split those Houston games, and I'm on it. I'm with it. That's that. Then I'll jump on the bandwagon with everyone else. Coswin coming out $2 for that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, buddy. Great win. Pissed that the Spurs couldn't deliver. Yeah, I know. Oh man, just like like you had one job, one job. Like I said, I didn't like if they would have just lost. Like it is what it is. It sucks. Like I still would have been like, come on, man. But it's it's like, come on. Like you had one job. You're up. You had it. You're up 12. All you got to do is just show up and handle business. But nonetheless, I'm glad we got this W. Moved in the 3 seed. Now it's just like I mentioned, just maintaining. Just maintain. That's all you got to do. Just weather and maintain, and you're in great shape. But yes, great win, Coswin. Again, appreciate you. Thank you, buddy. Rare bad game from Luke. He got a pass, still impact full too. Yeah, I mean he still made plays, which is good. He still had some nice sequences. He had a nice got a nice steal right when like Chicago was really starting to gain some momentum, and it was like, uh-oh, and looked like they might get it double digits and stuff like that. He had some nice sequences. His floor space and his decision making still impacts the game because teams are so worried about him because all it takes is one and he gets hot. And he hit a big three when it mattered, right? Like that's what ultimately matters, right? Hit it when it matters most. I mean, like I said, he has been about as perfect as you can be all or not all season, but like basically since the trade, the last 17 games or whatever he's played, like it's okay. He can have a bad game here and there, right? Like I'd rather him have this kind of game against Chicago than Denver. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he doesn't do this against Denver. Hopefully he ends up having that bounce back game. This would be a great game for him to just go give us 20 or something like that and hit 7 threes. What's going on, Daniel? Appreciate you. All the fans were panicking, and here the Lakers are in the 3 seed. I just stay even kill and wait for the team to get or to gel. Sorry. I said the teams above them or losing also. Yeah. No, hey, to your credit, Anthony, you really have. You've been one of the few voices of reason. But again, it's an 82 game season. You're gonna have your ebbs, you're gonna have your flows. You're gonna have your peaks and your valleys, right? Like again, it's why I made a video earlier, and like JJ deserves a lot of credit for what he's done these last 2 years. Lakers once again could finish the 3 seed and win 50 games, and he's done it with rosters that most people are like, this isn't good enough to go anywhere, right? I mean, there's people that still think that this is at best a second round exit, which it might be, right? Like, but again, you can't be like, oh, the coach is trash, but the team is too. Like again, so how do you know what the coach is unless you actually see? But like I've said all season long, don't be shocked. The Lakers are really good come playoff time. All right, things change very quickly. Can't wait to see Tyler play Reeves tonight. No, damn Reeves, 30 points. Luka doing MVP. Yeah, facts. Like the problem is like Wemby's been so good and has turned that team into something. I don't think he's been as good as Luka this season, but Spurs being the 2 seed, obviously SGA because I think he still qualifies, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think he still has like 2 games. Cade Cunningham, Detroit's kind of been slipping recently. If Lakers lock up the 3 seed, I wonder if the league would give it to Luka because I think the league would love to give it to Luka if they can. I just think that it needs to be justified. And, so I think like again, especially with what Luka's doing, right? Like it's a different thing, right? But we'll see. Hey Tyler. Or hey, I'm saying sorry, I read the other one that Tyler. Hey, I'm saying I'm right here. Lucas 51 point night is more impressive than Bam's 83. LOL. He got it right away and didn't take a ton of free throws. LOL. Yeah, I mean, it was true scoring. Like to Bam's credit, like he got probably 70. Like fair, right? Like free throws. He's a big man. He's gonna get the free throw line a little more. I didn't mind all that. It was the end of the game where all the stuff got manufactured and stuff. So, let's see. Luka's 50 bomb is much better than Austin's because Luka did it with other selfish bums like Austin, who you don't hold accountable. Because I'm telling you, Jeremy, and everyone in the chat can back me up. You were thinking you were in the wrong channel. I am, according to most people, I am a notorious Austin Reeves hater. You got your white people mixed up. I don't know, white people with glasses. I don't know, right? I don't know who you think I am, but you got the wrong channel, buddy. Like that's the second comment where I'm like, yeah, this guy has no idea who I am. I appreciate you in the live stream, but clearly you think you're in a different person's live stream. So, um, that or you're trolling, one of the two. I like the way they used LeBron in the second half, cutting off ball, pick and roll, and focused a bit more defensively. Maybe there's the blueprint for the rest of the season, which is exactly what I've said a million bajillion times. I mean, I literally just like yesterday did an entire LeBron break. Or no, today I posted it today, the video right before the game, where I said LeBron needs to work within, and exactly what happened this game was exactly what I talked about in that game. I said these three can work. LeBron needs to be the third option. Let Luka and Austin Reeves be Luka and Austin Reeves. LeBron's just so much better off ball, such a bigger threat, all of it, right? Like, let LeBron be the third guy. He's gonna go get his 30 or whatever, right? Luka has got to be the MVP when he plays like this, bro. I feel like he keeps getting overlooked for it's been way more impressive than Shea and Jokic this season. And Cade, really, the only reason I mentioned Cade is because, I mean, Detroit they went from one of the worst teams in basketball to one of the best, and he is putting up great numbers, right? Like, and usually team or the committee and all that stuff, they like to give stuff like that, right? Like it's one of those things, right? So, to me, I think that I think Cade would be fair if he was to get it, but he hasn't been as explosive as Luka. There we go. That's probably a better way to put it. Tyler, I like the win, but man, I feel you play defense like that against Denver. We're getting blown out. Bulls just sprinted down the court every miss. Marcus Smart has a bigger impact, man. Oh yeah, Marcus Smart is because you don't have anybody else like him. Like you don't have anybody else on this roster like Marcus Smart. You just don't. And his impact is immeasurable, like beyond the box score. So you really need Marcus Smart. And I don't want to put too much into the Bulls game. Like I think the Lakers will be more fine-tuned, more focused, more bought in for that. I think the Lakers, which is why, like I talked about it on More As It Stands, right? On More As It Stands Lakers, I was like, I'm like, don't let this be a trap game because this had all the makings of it. You're hot. You're beating all these good teams. Not just beating them. You're blowing them all out. You got 3 big games coming up, huge games coming up that could be the kind of the decider for the season for you as far as like where you end up ranking. Like this just felt like a game where the Lakers were going to kind of be a little laxed, and I thought that they were, but I think they'll be fine. Bench was more atrocious tonight, unfortunately, but I'd rather it be tonight than the next game. Bad one out of the way. I'll lock in the next game. Yeah, and also you didn't have Rui off the bench, which would have helped a lot. Obviously, Luke Kennard had his worst game of the season for the Lakers, which I don't imagine he's going to have too many of those, so I think we'll be fine. Yes, please, if you haven't yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me. Water is Wet is throwing up the Warriors logo. Throwing up the Warriors logo in the chat. I love it. Man. I'm not saying it to be that guy, but I'm proud of this team. Yeah, but you can just be a top 15 defense. Ayton was awesome. Don't let the hate. I'm assuming you can't score 20 points on 5 shots per game. Denver big. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Right? Like I keep saying, you can't. You gotta, you gotta keep the big man fed. 100% 137 by the starters tonight. Offense is starting to unlock, which is great. Again, look, I've said it. If the Lakers are trying to do what Denver did in, was it 2023 or whatever? Yeah, 2023. Basically be so good offensively, no one can keep up with you. Right? Like, to where you're just such a well-oiled machine, especially come playoff time, and then ended up like just running. Because remember, Denver was dead last in the playoffs that year defensively. They're the worst defense in the playoffs, but they were so good offensively, it didn't matter. No one could keep up. Like, that's what the Lakers are trying to do, right? Hopefully they're not dead last. Hopefully not dead last defensively, but basically be at least serviceable defensively, but be so much better than everybody else offensively that you're able to just kind of run through everybody. That's the idea. And that is the idea. Plucka Sateller came out of the womb and Austin Reeves hater. Austin Reeves is younger than me, so that doesn't work. That didn't work. The moment he was born, I was like, I hate that. I hate that Reeves. We should basically fully healthy for Saturday. Marcus JJ said should be good to go for Saturday. And if Hayes was probable for tonight, I would hope and assume he should be back next game. Yeah, that's the hope. I imagine Marcus Smart is going to be back for the next game. So we will see. We will see. We needed Hayes and Marcus, but Ayton and Rui stepped up. Yes, which is key, right? Like, that's what we need. We need those guys to play big, step up. I predict as of now, Lakers 4 seed, Nuggets 3rd, because even if the Lakers beat Denver, their schedule, Denver, that could be their only loss. Incorrect, March. Lakers played better defense lately. Odd game ton. Yeah, to give up the offensive points. I don't think Denver has, like, they still play OKC 2 more times. Like, Denver's going to lose a couple more games. I don't know if Denver will be the 3. I think either the Lakers or the Rockets will be the 3 seed. I think if the Lakers win both of those Houston games, I don't, like, nothing's for sure, but like, I'm incredibly confident that they'll be the 3 seed. If they don't, then I think they'll end up being the I think they'll at worst be the 4th seed. Minnesota's still on our tail. You got to make sure you keep pace with them too. Denver could only lose to the Lakers this month, and because their schedule looks very manageable for them. If I'm not mistaken, Denver had like the toughest schedule the rest of the way, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look that up. Make sure I'm right. Because Denver still got a bunch of, like, if I remember correctly, they had a bunch of, whoops. There we go. Whoops. They have, let's see. Let's find out. They have Lakers. Sixers should be a dub. Grizzlies should be a dub. Raptors probably a dub. Yeah, they still have the Spurs. They still have the Spurs 2 times the Thunder. Oh, but that's at the end of the game. They might be locked up. You might be right. They do paper still have a pretty tough schedule. Not like tough, but like a couple games that they probably lose. But those last games, like Spurs probably pack it in last game of the season, and the Thunder they play the Thunder and the Spurs the last 2 games of the season, which both of those teams probably pack it in at that point. Especially if Denver's like hovering around the 7th seed type thing. But yeah, you know. I wonder if DA will talk to the media tonight. LOL, that presser from last game was really weird. I don't know why he seemed down after an amazing win. Probably the Capella stuff, but who knows? I watched that old presser because a lot of people were talking about it. Like, I didn't think like he was short, right? Like that's why everyone said it was weird. But like, I didn't think he like did anything. You know what I mean? Like, he just kind of was like, like, oh, how do you feel about us coming back? He was like, it's great. Like, like I get like he's usually giving you like, the problem is everyone's used to like his goofy answers and like him being like one of the like best shows on television. and it's just he kind of has taken a step back, been more quiet. So I don't know. We lack bench scoring tonight, but should be better on Saturday if Hayes and Smart return. We often get Hayes involved. Smart returning where we go back to 6 men. Yeah, 1,000%. So I'm not too worried. Likewise. Like I said, Luka had his worst game of the season for the Lakers, which, again, that dude's been basically a lock for 8 to 10 points a night. So I'm not too worried about it. Off-season question here. But do you know how AR getting potentially 48 mil affects our cap space? I'm worried about that because we need money to sign guys. So yes. So all right, I'll kind of power through this. So the 48 million is the AAV. So he won't make 48 million this year, or next year, I guess. I think it starts at, I think it's 42, or I think it's like basically 43 million. I think it's like 43 million that it would start at. It'll average to 48 million over those 5 years. Because by the time, like, his final year will be like 54 million or whatever, right? So his salary next year would only be roughly 43 million. He could take a discount, all that stuff, but let's say he takes the max, right? Say the Lakers give him the max. So it doesn't affect the Lakers' payroll this offseason. So the 48 to potentially 60 million that the Lakers could have in cap space is with Austin Reeves' contract. And the reason for that is the only thing that matters is Austin Reeves' cap hold. So Austin Reeves' cap hold is, I believe, 20.9 million off the top of my head. So let's just call it 21 million. So that 21 million is included in the cap space, or in the utilized cap space. So that 48 million that the Lakers would have is counting, like, including that thing. So, like, if they, like, for example, if they like got off of Austin Reeves, which they wouldn't do, but if you just like let him go, then you'd open up another 21 million, right? Because then you wouldn't have that on your cap. It wouldn't be a cap hit. So the way that it works is the Lakers would fill out, let's just for argument's sake, say they have 50 million. Lakers would go and fill up that 50 million, use their exceptions and all that stuff. And then the last thing that they do is give Austin Reeves that new contract. So if you don't worry if we get into, like a month before the season starts or something like that, and Austin Reeves still isn't signed, and don't think like Reeves is going to leave. Like, he's not. Because the very last thing the Lakers will do is sign Austin Reeves, because then they can go over the tax in order to retain him. So they'll be able to pay him. So they'll be able to use. So technically, only half of Reeves' money is affected, right? So hope that explains. But great question, Pout. Mikkel, coming off $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Watching the Rockets lately, I like our chances. Everyone has to rebound, limit turnovers, and Rockets offense just stalls without them. Yeah, I talked about it in the offseason when they landed Kevin Durant. I thought that they'd be more consistent in the kind of the closeout games, but I didn't think it affected anything because you traded multiple scorers and stuff. Like, Kevin Durant wasn't going to fix their problems. They needed to go get a secondary scorer, right? I didn't mind them getting off of Jalen Green, but they needed to go get another secondary scorer is what they needed. So to me, there's a formula to beating the Rockets, and it's you just trap double team KD every time he has the ball late in games and get the ball out of his hands. And Houston doesn't know what to do, right? They just stall because they can't shoot. They can't score consistently. And then you just attack Şengün every possession. Like, Lakers are going to feast against Houston in a playoff series because Luka LeBron James are just going to go at Şengün every possession. And I really I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers beat Houston in like 5 games. Like genuinely. Right? Like if I had to like predict if you got a, let's say a 4 or 5 matchup type thing against them, to be safe, I would say 6 games, but I wouldn't be shocked the Lakers kind of run through them because their offensive inconsistencies are an issue, and they're not going to be able to stop the Lakers. So as long as the Lakers are able to generate the offense enough, they'll be fine. It's just again they're not a good half court team, and when you get to the playoffs, so as long as the Lakers can limit them getting out in transition, Lakers would probably win that pretty swiftly. But yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Mikhail. I think with Ayton, Reeves will play better in the playoffs. Last year, he had no center, had a toe injury, and his 3-point shot has been consistent all season. No as on and off as last season. Like I said, I want to be fair to, and I've talked about this all season, I want to be fair to Austin Reeves come playoff time, right? Like, again, despite what was his name, Jeremy, like I said, I think he has the wrong channel. Despite what he thinks, right? Like I've been very critical of Austin Reeves, but most of my criticism has been his inconsistencies over the years, right? Like he's been much better and much improved in a lot of areas that are important. So if that, I want to be fair and give him the shot to prove it come playoffs. And if he does, then yeah, I mean, by all means, right? And he has a lot on the line, right? Like if he lays a dud in the playoffs again, I don't know if he's getting that 48 million a year that he's about to get, that $240 million contract. So he has a lot on the line here. So I do expect him to be better. But like I said, LeBron's got to be the third option. Right. Last year, the problem was Luka and LeBron's usage skyrocketed and Reeves tanked, and his 3-point his 3-point attempts like jumped up. He was averaging like 2.5 attempts more than Reeves. He basically became Luke Kennard, and that's not his game. Right. So let Austin Reeves be Austin Reeves. Let Luka be Luka. And then, there's going to be moments in stretches where you're like, hey, like I've said it all, since the offseason, right? We need Bruce Banner LeBron, not Hulk LeBron, right? But every once in a while, it's going to be, hey, big guy, sun's getting real low. We need you, right? And he'll be able to kind of give you that. Laravia, he's better. He's good. He's fine. Offensively, having his struggles. But again, there's a whole other side to the game besides offense. JJ was trying to use Ayton as a cleanup center when he's been a double-double type center for his whole career. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, he got a lot of criticism for that. Like, I'm not Clint Capella, but he was right. Like, he's not Clint Capella. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, that's what I kept saying. Like, he's not. Like, he's right. Like, Lakers are trying to turn him into Clint Capella. He's not that, right? Like, and you don't want him to be that. You want him to be what Ayton can be. Because look at the Knicks, was the Knicks game? Yeah, right? Like where they cut off the lob threat. And what happened to Jackson Hayes? An 0-3 from the floor and wasn't as productive. They basically shut down and neutralized Jackson Hayes, which is what happened in the playoffs against Minnesota. Because all they have to do is worry about the lob threat. Right? All I have to do is just, if I'm Rudy Gobert, all I have to do is just cut off that lob threat. So I can still stay in front of the guy and then just make sure I keep enough distance to cut off that lob threat. Don't let them get the lob angle, and I'm good. Right? But with DeAndre Ayton, you can't do that. I've said all season, like watch the way teams defend DeAndre Ayton. They're always like arm's length from Ayton because he can just pull up and shoot. Right? Teams will forget about Hayes at times. Right? I like Jackson Hayes. Don't get me wrong. I really do. I like Hayes a lot. And, I think he could be fine. But, like, again, you want Ayton to be that offensive versatile center, especially when, like, you saw in that Minnesota game with Ayton, right? Like, where Lakers couldn't hit a shot to save their lives. So you just dump it down to Ayton. He was able to go to work and run some action, run some plays for Ayton. And he was able to kind of keep you in it. Don't feed his inflated ego. I already have a hard enough time trying to convince him he's just a man. That's why I keep you around, Blanca. You're only a man. DA is at his best when DA is at his best when AR is at his best. Also, DA tries harder on all aspects when he feels involved, and AR's ability to get down in the paint helps the ally. Yeah, I mean, look, it's another thing I've talked about, right? Very heavy. Like Austin Reeves has actually had a better connection with DA than anybody, right? LeBron has had his moments. Luka definitely has had his moments, but Austin Reeves and DA's, but they were able to get established early, right? Because LeBron missed the first 14 games and then Luka was kind of in and out of the lineup early, right? So, we beating the Nuggets next game if Ayton is healthy and Jackson Hayes come back. Agree. Ayton's going to give them problems, right? Especially if he continues to play the way he's playing. Lakers basketball and Tyler's channel is an escape for me. Well, thank you. Seriously, I appreciate that. From all my negative thoughts, just positive content, difficulty to not like the channel. I know that one guy after the Pacers win. I know, definitely. But again, I try. Like, there's enough negativity. And that's just how I am in life, period. Right? Glass half full kind of guy. Right? It's not that bad. One of my favorite sayings is, it's just a moment. It's not forever. Right? Like, it's easy to get lost in just the frustrations of things. Right? I mean, I also have to be honest. Right? Like, at times, like I have to, if there's things going on, I have to be critical. I have to, do my job, so to speak. But I always try to keep things honest and fair and spin things in a positive light, because there's enough, bad stretch, stuff like that. And look, again, the luxury that I have, couple things, right? One, I'm just a fan, not an insider. I'm not a reporter. I'm nothing like that. And two, it's just me, right? So I don't have like anybody behind the scene. Like, the other thing is, like, negativity sells, whether we like it or not. It's the reality. Negativity sells, right? You bash the Lakers, you get both sides. You get all the Laker haters like, yeah, that's right, tell them. And then you get all the Laker fans that are like, this is nonsense, blah, blah, blah. So negativity sells. And I'd probably maybe even be bigger if I was a little more negative. But luckily, I don't need to be. I can go at my own pace. I can do what I want to do. I don't have like that pressure of like, I have to meet a quota or anything like that, or I have to get X amount of views or whatever. I post a ton every day because I want to. Right? I post a ton every day because I enjoy what I do. I enjoy this, being able to have these conversations and go into stuff. Again, it's a fan channel, like, so I have the luxury of like, and I'm not saying like, like, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes of any of these channels. It's not what I'm saying. But, like, you look at kind of mainstream media and stuff like that, right? Like, if they have a good story or they have a bad story, guess what they're going to do? They're going to choose the bad story, right? I mean, even the regular news, right? Like, if they don't want to talk about puppies and rainbows. They want to talk about, craziness, chaos, right? Like, because again, that's the thing that gets the most attention. So I don't have that voice behind me that's like, hey, dude, views are down, or hey, we need to get things like, no, like, make a bet. Like, I made a video about JJ Redick. I knew it wasn't going to do well, but I just wanted to talk about it, and it didn't do well. It's my worst ranked video in a long time, right? Like, but I knew it wasn't going to do well because people don't want to hear about JJ Redick and being good, But I don't care. Like, I want to talk about the stuff I want to be. I want to build a community that we can have fun and enjoy stuff, right? It's just basketball, not that serious, right? But I appreciate you. Thank you. I didn't watch the full game. And also, Cosman, thank you. Real quick. Sorry, Blanca. And thank you. Seriously, I appreciate that. Thank you. I didn't watch the full game, but when I turned and Ayton looked like he was moving awkwardly, not in a hurt way, just he moves awkwardly. He does sometimes. But the problem is he's a very eccentric guy, right? Like, he'll like hit it, like he had a shot that he does like some like thing, or like he'll like talk, like it's just it's weird sometimes, right? It's like he's just like the voice in his own head, and it's funny. A must win Saturday, and hopefully Lakers can split game against Houston, or even take those two. Yeah, in a perfect world you win both of them, but bare minimum you just got to split. That's all I care about. Just split one of those games. Let's see. Denver gun deliver against the Lakers, as they always do. Murray definitely going to show up and show out. Nobody going to stop him from scoring. Lakers are 3-1 since the Luka trade against Denver. So, and that's with him. But yes, not wrong. DeJounte Murray, not DeJounte Murray. Well, I'm blanking on his name. Murray plays like prime Michael Jordan every time he plays the Lakers. I'm getting tired. I think I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. Denver and both Houston games are must wins. I don't. Denver for sure. Both Houston games, like, it's really hard. As I mentioned, it's really hard to beat any team, like even the bad teams, like 2 times on the road back to back. Right? Like now you're playing Houston. I don't think both of them are, but at least one of them is. I want that. Ideally, I want that first one. Because if you beat Denver and you beat Houston, 1, you get that extended win streak. But 2, now you take the pressure off. Right? Now it's the pressure's on Houston to have to beat you. And again, you can't win both if you don't win the first one, right? So like I really want that second one. Oh, Jeremy's just trolling. Okay, got it. I was wondering if you thought it was you're just bored. Got it. Okay, cool. Trust me, the league voters hate Luka. They hated him, but like there were Dallas seasons where I kind of felt that way too. But he's a Laker now, right? And I think the league would love to give a Laker the MVP if they can. There's definitely options there. As far as like MVP candidates go and stuff like that. Let me see. Yo, what's going on? How are you? Tyler. Tyler had DBZ senses and knew a great evil was born. Yeah, exactly. I could sense it. He's over 10,000. Jokic and Murray finna have a blast destroying the Lakers. We will see. We will see in a couple days. Hopefully, you'll be in the live stream and you won't disappear. The only good thing about that is that Shea and Wemby are only a few games away from not being eligible for the awards. Yeah, Wemby's 3 games now. He's 3 games out. I could see them not wanting to sit, even if they clinch a playoff spot potentially. Yeah, I mean, it really does depend on how this all plays out. But my thought was more kind of like if everything is as it is, then they'll do that. Denver could lose other games. Even Trevor Lane say Denver only lost this month. Could be the Lakers get win over Denver. That's huge because we'd be 4-1 versus Denver with Luka in the game. We have lost Ayton Hurts. Yeah. Again, you need that tiebreaker. Get that tiebreaker and you're in good shape. Yeah, Luka was ridiculous today. Oh, that makes sense. I was a little concerned. There, I will appreciate the explanation. Of course, absolutely. I got something in the chat. Okay, perfect. Bench points. We definitely need the playoffs bench scoring. Yeah, and like I said, I think they will. I think it'll balance out, right? Because again, Rui will be coming off the bench, and Rui is a proven playoff performer, which is good. Rui is usually good come playoff time. Even in the bad years where we've had the struggles, right? Like he's been one of the few bright spots for the Lakers, so not really worried about it. And again, Kennard just had his worst game, and that's not going to happen all season, Tyler changing my whole world point of view. Tyler speaks fast right now, right there. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. Again, try to. I always do. And then Mr. 81 coming in at tail end. The Lakers team is a first round exit. We're not good enough. I don't think they're a first round exit. I've said I could see them being a second round exit, right? But again, matchups is a big thing. There's a lot that goes into it. Perfect way to end it. As always, I actually liked your JJ Redick analyst from Podcast to Coaching. He's done better than anyone thought he would. Yeah, exactly. Again, context is important, but people don't want to look into the context. People don't want to see the context. People don't really care about the context. But nonetheless, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much, seriously, for hanging out with me. Everyone that gave me super chats, thank you so much. Seriously, it helps me out a ton. See you guys Saturday. This is gonna be, man. This is gonna be a huge, 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 huge game. You got to get this dub. I mean, it's that simple. This is the biggest game of the season because you get this win, you got the tiebreaker, right? You get this win, all is right in the world, and you're in business. So let's get it, and hopefully, I'm not even gonna say hopefully. I'm gonna say we are. We're gonna come on here. We're gonna be hooting and hollering. Maybe if the Lakers beat Denver, maybe I'll do one of the shot streams. I get people that want the shot streams and ask me when is the shot stream gonna come back. So maybe if we beat Denver, maybe I'll bring that back. I haven't done it this season. I kind of was thinking about doing it come playoff time. If we win in the playoffs, stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get people's hopes up. But maybe we'll do that because it is a big game and this would be a huge moment. But let's go get this win. And I will see you guys on Saturday. Again, on your way out, hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button for me. All of you are beautiful. I appreciate you.